They bounced back really well at the end of the week, making it a little bit hard to truly evaluate where the Dallas Fuel are at.
And the Gladiators looked really good last week. I believe they have the second best map.
Briefly, and that's a bubble force from Hanbin. Here's that Sparkle Blade, and Kempster's going to reciprocate, but he's in the back line already, and it's almost like Fielder wasn't ready for him there. Kempster, though, hit with a Divided Grenade, tries to back away, but Edison's going to be able to clean him up now. The trade is there. Geo's sound barrier expiring, though, with Sparkle's taken down by a Helix Rocket. Arts is taking the reins late in the fight.
It is a trade there at the beginning, but the Gladiators keep their tank alive. Reiner stays alive on the Doomfist, and you just see how much the Doomfist is still alive on that other team. Not when the first target dead. It's pretty tough.
Graviton Surge for Hanbin there. He is doused in a Divided Grenade as Kempster looks to try and finish off Geo. He'll back away. Reiner. Oh, he's able to get away. This could be bad for Edison. Yep. He's going to try and get out of there like Road running out. The Doomfist remains a threat until the Helix Rocket connects. Funny Astro also dispatched, but it's a decent lead here for the Gladiators after.
Just like kind of shook Sparkle a little bit. Never was able to kind of like get back on track to land that pulse bomb on Nana, which she wasn't really even moving that much at the time.
That is just not good for Edison there.
Yeah.
He held onto it. That tactical visor man was hoping to make the play here. No Nana to back it up, of course, and he gets absolutely crunched. The Gladiators are a fair way ahead of the Dallas Fuel right now.
Not much space that the Fuel have to make up, but you're going to lose Edison.
Back breaking out with Dallas a long way to walk back. They don't have a forward spawn secured, and Fielder rather is going to be in trouble here. Close to a nano. Kempster's starting to pop off a little bit more, and Hanbin, he takes himself down. Overtime won't be a thing here in this map as the Gladiators spend most of the round ahead.
You know, damage and long range damage specifically to really kind of get Lance out of that position up on that high ground, right? To be able to play up on the bridge.
Only in for a penny and for a pound. Arns eviscerated. Shu fares a little better. Skewed has to head for the heals, but in the meantime, Reiner's dived the Gladiators backline here, and Kempster's gone in with the blade, so he's deep behind enemy lines. Can they get Fielder out of here? Fearless rather in one piece. Attack visor, that'll force Reiner away. Even claim that life. Beautiful finish here for the Dallas Fuel. Now they're getting a little bit closer. No key ultimates really on the horizon here, but you can say the same for the Gladiators, Matt. Kempster from all angles will be assailed, and Dallas can sail it home.
It's a good offense there from the Dallas Fuel. I mean, he actually got the shot on the Sparkle, got him really low.
Yeah, really forced him away. That's what allows that kill to be claimed eventually. Shooting hit with a pulse bomb. Reiner, what's the plan here? Okay, pressure down Fielder if you can. Kempster blade to follow up that damage onto the back line. Both supports take him, but Kempster doesn't get that health pack by the looks. He's able to take to the high ground, but he has to get out. Staying close to Reiner is a death sentence after the Divided Grenade connects from Shu. Reiner takes a breather here, knows he's close to Primal, wants to set this up for some environmental kills. None of those opportunities present themselves, but Geo lingers a little bit too low.
You know, the Dallas Fuel, they end up using a lot of those ultimates, and they don't really get much out of it. And Reiner just does a fantastic job just using some of the cover on the side there, some healing from his teammates, being able to stay alive in the back line.
Generates so much threat just from being there. Can't get close to the server room now. Arms getting dove on, he's able to stay alive there, but Reiner starting to deal a little bit of damage here when it's Edison to fall now. Fielder has been forced away from the rest of his team, but Fearless has been able to get the nano boost beforehand, and that's going to allow him to do work in here, but the cart needs to be attended to. Sparkle, who's on the cart? Just Arns, okay. The Gladiators lose a player. I guess they tried to sneak him over the line, but it ends up being a trade that lost Fearless.
Too.
Their secret weapon is down. Yep. 3 seconds remain. It's going to be a close one in this round. Sparkle looking for Kempster, but he's going to be knocked away. Looks like Skewed was able to find the whip shot to clear him away from the cart here. Sparkle, though, how close can he get? Not very. Trying to approach here, but it cannot be done. Dallas Fuel forced away. A lot of displacement effects.
They'll use like the Reaper TPs and you know, the Genji getting up to the high ground. Yeah, with a bubble.
Another one?
No.
All right, attack visor is there. Edison got given 2 bubbles though. Didn't quite work out. So very much the brute force approach for Dallas is repelled.
Can anybody even get a touch? It'll be Reiner on the Doomfist.
Yeah, power block doesn't really have the block that he needs there. Apparently 90%, not enough. That gets fixed later on. But he's charged up. He can actually make good use of this now. Legitimate damage-dealing dynamo. Funny Astro just gets absolutely posterized there as he tries to climb the wall, and that's 2 now for Hanbin with a grab in the back pocket. Everything coming up Millhouse for the Dallas Fuel here, Matt, and they'll get it home with 3 minutes and 9 seconds to spare. double down and say, hey, okay, we actually have a really nice spawn camp scenario here. Good for Tracer, good for Azaya. Sound Barrier Blade has to be used, and Kevster, he's almost in the PvP.
Here, yeah.
No, he's almost in the PvE part of the map. You know, the one that's probably like a walled garden somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Killing Omnix. Afraid of that, even with the damage reduction the Nano provides. I'm sorry, that ain't it, Chief.
Well, they did nano Aunts, and he did force like Aunts and Shu out of the fight for a very long time.
Right over the Primal Rage is able to come back in, and oh my! Turning him into pancakes. He will have to give up his life for that, and the question is it really worth it for the Glads? They only have 2 players here. All right, here's that tactical visor. Sound Barrier immediately from Chio. Time the disco dance. And Edison can't find a dance party because they're all dead. They are deceased.
Is the payload? Somebody was on here. I believe it was Kevster, but and Aunts. It's you know, maybe you're not getting the most out of it in terms of like big flashy plays and kills, but just occupying 3 members of the other team with just one of your players is a trade you'll take every single time. It's the Colosseo with a strong defense here on Eichenwalde. Maybe we get a flip back now as you have 3 players here for the Gladiators.
I mean, Edison will just you know, dip his toes in for a while up on that side. The boop. Okay, Sound Barrier to follow up there for Chio. Arn's already gone down. Dallas with the numbers in a pretty substantial lead in this fight now. Need to keep Harbin standing though. Kevster bursts him down, but loses so many teammates in doing so. Sparkle able to get rid of Reiner, and Dallas stay in the hot seat. A lot of damage on Kevster there, and I think right now Shu is occupied, so can't be healed. Edison with the Death Blossom comes up well. Arndt goes down here, and Reiner can't do too much either. Again, nothing subtle about this. Edison gets in your face, gives you no choice.
They don't even need the graph. You still have a Pulse Bomb as well. Maybe they'll want to combo these ultimates, but Sparkle with the Tracer pressure on the Kevster. He's not able to go or the Ana, but at least they're able to kind of exist on the other side.
Oy,
that is sweet there, yeah.
Yeah, that was sick. Glad we get to
whether, you know, to go over towards Shu, he gets a boot by Funny Asho or whatnot, and then he's also getting peppered down with damage from the side. Force him to make a decision. That's what I think you need him to do.
1-2.
Oh yeah.
That'll get rid of Chio.
So you so here's the thing. You may win this round if you're the Gladiators, right?
It's Fielder, and yeah, really doesn't need to do anything fancy there. Just a bit of damage will be enough. And it's just a matter of time until this round is over. And if you'll think ahead, right, think about how they get value out of Edison on a map whose topography differs a little bit. Sparkle can jump in, but he won't touch.
Think about how large the gulf is between the teams. You know, you have Hanbin in, who's a fantastic player, but like he's not like your Winston player on this team, right?
No. Well, I think they're running out of options. I think that, you know, like, if you want to play Zarya, then just forget about ever going upstairs. Just don't go to the high ground.
Well, so they use the Genji now.
To the point. Tac Visor Nano Boost here for Edison, and eventually, you know, he's going to have to succumb. Reiner has Meteor Strike here. Edison can use a bubble to get away from the radiating damage from the middle of that AoE, and so he does. Another power block for Reiner here, but Edison is still standing. He doesn't have a Bionic Field, though he needs the healing from his teammates, and the bubble thrown down by Hanbin is good. Now it's going to be Kevster on the point again, trying to keep it going, but it's not going to be enough. The Gladiators have let it go.
It's a little bit going to cycle back to their own barrier, trying to fight from the low ground.
Kevster here, ready to take flight at a moment's notice if he starts to suffer some pressure. Sparkle gets beamed on down though. Edison unsuccessful in his first foray to enemy territory with that teleport forward, and Hanbin is going to lose that charge.
And Reiner has done a really nice job throughout this series. You know, of ultimates invested here. That's a grab you to get Reiner out early, but both teams throwing some big ultimates into this one, as this will be a nano visor as Ons picks up 2 straight away.
I think we missed something really interesting there, Matthew. Kevster jumped into the grab and duplicated Hanbin as Zarya, ladled out some bubbles, created enough time for Ans to get 2 kills with that tactical visor, and they're going to be able to win the fight. You're going to get in, like you said.
You're going to get Edison, though. It's going to be the Meteor Strike that's going to come down from Reiner. We'll see where he decides to drop that right on top of the barrier. His nice punch there on the Chio. Going to get some shots on the Hanbin to finish him off. So this is going to be the Gladiators moving the barrier yet again.
Now it's about to go down as we're into overtime on New Queen Street. Hartman is a grab. That could be it. It's what he's looking for. He gets 3 pretty much straight away. Going to be defensive party grenade from Shu, but it's not going to be enough. Fielder drops a bio in of his own. And Dallas spend the entire round behind on New Queen Street, but it's them at the end wearing the crown. What a reverse sweep from the Dallas Fuel. Haters be silenced. Incredible comeback.
Oh, and you can see just the Gladiators. That one hits them.